The View saw unusually intense exchanges when Elisabeth Hasselbeck appeared as a guest panelist, while regular host Alyssa Farah Griffin is on maternity leave. The episode quickly shifted from a typical Hot Topics segment into a heated clash of political views, primarily around Donald Trump and his controversial military actions in the Middle East. The discussion focused on the recent joint U.S.-Israeli strikes on Iran, which have been widely debated as constitutional and strategically sound. Hasselbeck defended the strikes and made clear her support for Trump, saying she proudly voted for Trump, which drew audible reactions from the live studio audience. The real flare-up came when co-host Sunny Hostin directly challenged Hasselbeck's political stance. Hostin labeled the Iran strikes an illegal war, unauthorized by Congress, then called out Hasselbeck's Trump vote in front of the audience, and it was a moment that visibly shifted the tone of the conversation and triggered gasps.
And please welcome back our friend, former co-host, all-round great gal, Elisabeth Hasselbeck.
I'm so thankful to be here with you all. This is really a gift. We go way back.
Yes.
We go way back.
Elisabeth Hasselbeck returning to The View for a guest hosting stint 13 years after walking away from her full-time role at the Hot Topics table.
And I think the important thing about The View is that it does truly, and I say this because I watched it before being a part of it. I was a viewer before being on The View. It does inspire conversation beyond the table, beyond the cameras, beyond the screen, into people's homes.
Listen, civil discourse is not dead. We might have differences of opinions, but we love each other, and we're stronger before it. It might get a little spicy at times, but we do not hate each other. We love each other, and we have the freedom to do it, and it is important to remind everybody that we love that.
Yeah.
And within 10 minutes, Elisabeth's prediction came true as the panel dug into America going to war with Iran.
I think people that voted for Trump, I was not one of them, I think you were, those people wanted America
I proudly
first.
voted for Trump
Yes,
because
you did.
the alternative was not
Yes,
great, and we would
yes, you did.
absolutely be under the wrong power
Well,
if the alternative
actually,
came
let me just
forward.
finish.
I'm going to stop everybody. Sometimes it gets a little heated, or sometimes can get very heated. And then we're talking about, the best vibrator to use. I mean, that's the kind of show it is,
Elisabeth is filling in all week, while the show's current conservative voice, Alyssa Farah Griffin, is out on maternity leave.
I actually think for the young people watching, it's important to see that you can have, and Whoopi, we've said it before, we can hold our positions in one hand and each other's hands in the other, and be able to just live as Americans with the freedom that we have and speak our hearts and minds. And so we get to do that all week.
Throughout the segment, multiple hosts tried to interject differing perspectives, but the rapid back and forth produced overlapping comments and rising tensions. At one point, Whoopi Goldberg intervened to cut to commercial and regain decorum. What began as a discussion of global affairs became a flashpoint for broader cultural and political divides, illustrating how deeply partisan issues continue to fracture even daytime talk shows. Hasselbeck did not retreat. She defended her vote and insisted that disagreeing with Trump's critics does not equate to abandoning democratic values. She accused the panel of dismissing conservative viewpoints and argued that the show once prided itself on ideological diversity. Her comments appeared aimed not only at the current hosts, but at the broader media landscape, which she suggested often marginalizes right-leaning perspectives. One of the defining moments came when Hostin reiterated her claim that the military action constituted an illegal war, prompting Hasselbeck to challenge that characterization as inflammatory and legally imprecise. The disagreement highlighted a deeper divide on whether executive authority in matters of national security should be interpreted broadly or narrowly, and whether past precedent justifies current actions. Beyond the policy specifics, the confrontation symbolized something larger. Hasselbeck's return represented a reminder of an earlier era of The View, when ideological clashes were frequent, but often framed as spirited debate. The audience reaction amplified the tension. In the aftermath, clips of the argument spread rapidly across social media, with commentators on both sides claiming victory. Ultimately, the segment wasn't just about Iran policy or Trump's leadership. It was about identity, representation, and the evolving nature of political discourse in mainstream media. What unfolded on that stage mirrored broader national tensions, competing narratives about patriotism, executive power, and the boundaries of acceptable debate. In a show built on differing perspectives, the argument served as both a reminder of its foundational premise and a reflection of how combustible those differences have become in today's climate.